In this video, we'll talk about what is a limit. First, let's look at the definition of limits. Suppose f of x is defined when x is near the number a. This means f is defined a little bit when x is less than a, and also when x is a little bit greater than a. Then we say the limit of fx as x approaches a is L. This means that the values of f of x is arbitrarily close to L as we like. If we take the value of x sufficiently close to a, which is on either side of a, but not equal to a. Let's look at this example. We want to find the limit of x squared minus x plus 2 as x approaches 2. And if we look at the graph of this function, as x approaches 2, either from the left side or the right side, the y value approaches 4. So here we can say the limit of x squared minus x plus 2 as x approaches 2 is 4. And another way to solve this problem is to plug in 2 for x. So you have 2 squared minus 2 plus 2, which is 4. Some of you may have a question when you read the definition. Does the function have to be defined at x equal to a to have a limit at a? With that question in mind, let's look at this example. Here we're given the graph of a function of f of x, and we want to find the limit of f of x as x approaches to negative 2. Here we can see this function is not defined at x equals to negative 2. But as we can see, as x getting closer and closer from both sides to negative 2, your y value is getting closer and closer to the value of 1. So the limit of f of x as x approaches to negative 2 for this function does exist, and it is equal to 1. So this tells us the function doesn't have to be defined at that value to have the limit. Okay, now let's look at another example. Here we're given the graph of a function h, and we're asked to find the limit of h of x as x approaches negative 3. So if we look at the graph as x approaches negative 3 from the left side and to the right side, the value of h of x or y approaches to 1. So here we can say the limit of h of x as x approaches negative 3 is 1, even though the value of the function at x equal to negative 3 is equal to 2. So the limit at a certain value is not necessarily equal to the value of the function.